we have to give a shout out here to Anna Kasparian. She has been, I would say, a target. I'll go further and say a victim of major harassment, major smearing. And it's not just her personally. It's not just her studio TYT. It's personal. It's in her personal life. It's her family. It's gotten pretty bad. And when we watch how she responds, I have to say, it's inspiring to say the least, to see how composed she is throughout all of the brutal attacks, the verbal assaults, the social media smearing, the threatening of violence. And like I said, crossing the line into her personal life, specifically with her husband, bringing her husband into the conversation and the threatening and the bullying when her husband has nothing to do with independent media at all. At all. He's a teacher. Nothing to do with this world that she signed up for, that a lot of us signed up for. And when we criticize Israel, we understand at its core that that's one that even more than pharma criticize. And now the pharma is big. That's a problem when we go after pharma and we see people lose their careers and their livelihood. But when you criticize Israel, you're signing up for far worse consequences sometimes. So to see Anna Kasparian maintain her composure, it's not just inspiring, it's essential. Because if she can't do that, it tells the rest of us that maybe it's not worth it. So today's loudest voice is Anna Kasparian. We're going to start from the beginning of this harassment campaign, which is just the latest of several. This isn't the first time she's been harassed, but this is the clip that the Zionists decided to take and use against her, and they got it out to all of their Zionist circles. Here's the little clip. It's about 11 seconds long, and we're going to talk about what happened once this thing went viral. And this, again, taking 11 seconds out of context, and you can do whatever you want to do with it. And we know the Zionists are very good at creating narratives based on fiction that's not what you're actually looking at. So we'll show you where this started and how she responded to it. Here we go.
Yes, we're going to surveil everybody. Everyone will be on their best behavior. Yes, you're a freak. You're a total creep.
Okay.
All right.
So what she's discussing there is the audacity that these Zionist tech people that are controlling our social media, putting laws into place into our legislation here on U.S. soil, putting legislation that we cannot challenge Israel, we can't have commentary against war, against genocide on social media platforms, and we can't complain about the censorship. We can't complain about them owning these companies and owning the media companies that put hosts and propagandists that call themselves journalists on TV to tell us that Israel's defending itself. We can't accuse them of owning these properties, but they can gloat about it. So what she was doing was an impression of a very generic Dr. Evil character that you can rub your hands together and be that character of whatever you want to call it, Mr. Burns from Simpsons, that hunched over. That is a generic character that exists. It's what she was talking about. What they wanted to do was say, when in doubt, when we can't defend ourselves, because how ridiculous is that, guys? How ridiculous is it that a particular group of people can gloat and brag and laugh about owning everything, media, entertainment, social media, Congress, banks, churches, education system. They can gloat about it, but we can't then say, that's not okay, you own these things. And then the reaction to that is, how dare you accuse us of owning everything. We're only the ones allowed to declare that we do. You can't say that we do, because that's, what is it, guys? What is it? It's anti-Semitic. So here's what they did with Anna's little depiction of her Dr. Evil / Mr. Burns character. They put this meme out, the Happy Merchant meme, which is designed to pretend that Anna Kasparian is being anti-Semitic, because this is the character she was presenting in that clip. So what do they want her to do next? They want her to apologize. And she said very clearly, I am not apologizing for that. I will do it again. That nobody even knows what that freaking little Happy Merchant is. I bet you didn't know. Did you guys ever know? We didn't know. They're going to tell you that's what she was referring to. And they're going to get, so that's the game plan. Pretending that there's something anti-Semitic, putting out this imagery that a lot of us, me included, I'd never seen that before. But apparently Anna just couldn't help it, right? So she doubled down and she says, I'm not apologizing. I'm going to continue doing the work. And you can smear me all you want. Well, then they cross the line again. She's going to explain it in this clip. I'm going to let her explain herself what happened. Pay attention. This is a very courageous and heartfelt story of what happened to Anna Kasparian as a result of this incident. Here we go.
After she attempts to attack me with her dog, the only thing I have on the top.
So she's going to talk about the person, the Zionist that attacked her on the street, and she's going to break this whole thing down for us. So Paige, she's going to walk us through, and thank God she's a good journalist and can articulate this, because a lot of people aren't as good of doing this, and they wouldn't be able to get this across the way she is. So good job on this breakdown. Take it away, Anna.
Top of my mind is I need to get my dog to safety because I have a small dog. Okay, he's 20 pounds. So as I'm walking away, she says to me, good luck to your husband dealing with you. And I say, my husband loves me. And she responds with, that's why we're trying to get him fired. To me, that was the sign that this isn't some lone wolf situation. She's part of an organized group that's not just attempting to destroy me, but destroy my husband's livelihood when my husband has nothing to do with my career, nothing to do with, guy doesn't even like politics. Okay, he works in athletics, he works at a school, he loves his students love him, but they want to destroy him because he refused to put out a statement condemning his wife. Incessantly they demand that he put out a statement condemning his wife. He's not gonna do that, okay? You're not gonna get in between a marriage because your feelings are hurt over my criticism of a foreign government. Now, she said that and I was like, I gotta call Christian. So I'm trying to get Charlie home. I call Christian, I tell him what happened. Leave Charlie, drop him off at home. Christian and I go downstairs because he wants to see who is this woman, right? So at that point, we approach her and I decide I'm gonna file a police report and I don't know this woman's name. I wanna have an image of her, I wanna have a video of her, I wanna have a video of her dog. And so get a load of her behavior here where all of a sudden, now that I'm recording, she's pretending like she's the victim when she's the one who tried to sick her dog at me and Charlie, and pay very close attention to her treatment of her own dog, how her dog is behaving and what she's saying. Do you think it was appropriate for you to try to sick your dog on me?
I did not.
Do you think that was appropriate to sick your dog at me? You sicked your dog at me.
I told you to stay away from me because my dog is barking.
Was that appropriate? Was it appropriate for you?
Was it get away from me? Look at dude, can I talk to you?
No. Why did you try to sick your dog at me?
I told you to get
because
away
you don't like
from
my
me.
political views?
I told you to get like this.
Psycho.
I told you to stop
Totally
following me.
So this is the behavior. We see this all the time here in LA. Just so you guys know, we see this all the time. We have friends here, people that get harassed for showing up to protests, and they come out, they go to their homes, they go to their place of business. They turn their cell phones on and they put their little crying face. Oh, I'm being assaulted. I can't, or they're not letting me eat at the restaurant. They're very, very good. They're very sneaky at this. They're very sneaky. Well, Anna's not going to let her get away with this because she's able to piece the entire story together, not just for her viewers, but any of us that get curious and go, what really happened there? What really happened? Well, let's see. She's going to continue. But watch this behavior. And like Anna says, look at how she treats her own dog. There's your giveaway. Trying to pretend, oh, I'm the victim. Look how she treats her own effing dog.
Now you're acting different because you're being
I told you
recorded,
to get
right?
away from me. I told you to get away from me. I told you my dog is barking.
Why did you
I
try to
said
sick your
stop
dog?
stalking me.
Why
I
did you
said
try
stop
to
yelling
sick your
at
dog
me.
at me? Why did you
God,
sick your dog at me?
No,
Yeah.
no.
Oh, now you're a victim after you tried to sick your dog at me and my dog.
She's come back and attacked me.
No. You'd say you called her a Jew hater.
You called me a Jew hater? You called me a Jew hater. Okay, so there's another video that we're gonna go to that's going to prove that what I'm telling you guys is true.
Wait.
Go
You're
ahead.
trying to get me fired.
No, I did not. I said I'm telling everybody about her.
Oh, that's what she just said. You trying?
You said that you're trying to get my husband fired.
Everybody's trying to get him fired.
Exactly. Yeah, you're part of that. Everybody.
Be careful, that woman's dangerous. She tried to sick that dog at me. She tried to sick that dog at me and my dog. That's what she tried to do. That's what she tried to do. She tried to sick her dog at me and my dog because she doesn't like my political views, because I don't like a genocidal government. So in the middle of that, you hear her saying, no, I said everybody's trying to get him fired. Thus confirming what I said earlier, but more importantly, that this woman apparently knows everything about me, knows who my husband is, know where he works, knows about the campaign to try to get him fired.
I know what they're gonna do next. Oh my God, they showed it online.
Oh yeah, we did. We sure did.
I was just trying to stalk her.
We sure did. I will never apologize for that. You came for my dog and my husband. You want to come for me, that's a different story. Okay, mano a mano, that's a different story. You come at me with my dog? With my dog. You try to sick your dog at my dog. You try to threaten my husband's livelihood. You think I'm a little wilting flower and I'm so scared. I'm not scared. I'm not scared. This isn't gonna stop me from doing the commentary that I do.
Yes. She's not scared. And this isn't just showing bravery. This is setting a parameter for the rest of us. This is setting a high bar for the rest of us. That's what she's doing here. There's nothing you can say or do to Anna Kasparian to have her apologize for anything that has to do with challenging a genocide, challenging a corrupt government, a foreign government who has captured our country and our political system and our education system and our media and our entertainment system. She will never apologize for that, no matter how bad the threats get, no matter how manipulative they get, because she's using her skills as a journalist, someone who knows how to keep timestamps, knows how to articulate. There is a lot of people that are at these protests. I'll say this again, a lot of people, not just journalists and indie media people like us, but regular everyday people that show up for the right reason. And their face gets recognized and they get harassed and they get stalked and they have dogs sicking on their dogs and they have them threatening their husbands at their jobs. And they don't have the platform Anna has and the ability that Anna has and the skill set she has to keep it together, keep a time stamp, keep a paper trail, and present to the camera, here's what really happened, and you can't F with me, and I will never back down. So with all that, this is what we aspire to continue to do here on the Homeless Left, and we hope others do as well. And that is why Anna Kasparian is getting this week's loudest voice of the week.